So this is going to be like a talking video, and it's going to be called The Only Way to Fail a Hair Journey. And this is my take on it. Hopefully I'm not going to offend anybody, but I really shouldn't because, I'm telling the honest truth about this. And, okay, the only way to fail a hair journey, number one, is to not have all the knowledge you need to start a hair journey successfully. Because being on a hair journey, most of all of it is knowledge, and the more knowledge you have for your hair journey to take care of your hair is to know your hair and know what works for your hair, and kind of like really become like a hairologist in the section of your hair and how to take care of your hair. Because people who have successful regimens, they've gained the knowledge on how to care for their own hair through reading the hair blogs or researching different oils and what they do and how they will work for themselves. And most of all, the main knowledge, I think, is to know your hair type and what works for you. Because you can't say, for example, if I posted a video about my hair regimen, and that may help some people figure out how to do stuff for themselves, as well as, anything that anyone posts. If I post my regimen, that'll help somebody figure out, oh, what can I start or what can I do for my hair. But, for example, if I post my regimen and you just decide, okay, I'm going to follow her regimen, sometimes it may not work, because if you don't do the proper research and just decide, oh, I'm going to do Megan's regimen because it made her hair grow and it made her hair long, it's going to do the same thing for me. No, it may not. It may have a totally different effect for you, because the regimen that I built for myself is through trial and error for my own hair. So that's the only way I knew that that's the regimen that worked for me. And I feel okay to share that with everybody, to give, an idea of what my regimen was or what I did, because people wanted to know, and also give some ideas for how other people can incorporate certain things into their regimen to see how it works for them. So that's number one. Have knowledge. You have to gain knowledge in order to have a successful regimen, or that's the number one way. So one of the ways to fail your regimen, your hair journey, is not having knowledge. So I just explained how to gain knowledge. So, for example, join a hair site, because a hair site is like your hair GPS. It's like it's going to route you in the right direction if you read the correct things for your hair. Like, literally, hair sites are like your hair GPS. Like, they're going to route you, like, turn left, you have too much protein, or turn right because you need more moisture. Like, really. Because hair sites are really helpful. So that's where you gain most of your knowledge, or where I gain most of my knowledge is. And I'll put some hair sites down in the bottom bar. If you are on any hair sites, you can put that down in the bottom bar too. And okay, so number two way to how to fail I don't like that word, how to fail a hair journey. Number two way is how to fail a hair journey is to not be consistent. Because I know, like I said, everyone has a different regimen and what works for them. So like my regimen that I do on a weekly basis, somebody may not need to do that to maintain their hair for long, healthy hair. So whatever you're doing to your hair, you just have to make sure you're consistent with doing it. You can't just deep condition your hair 1 week and then wait 3 weeks and wonder, okay, why is it my hair soft, or why is it breaking off, or whatever issues you may have. You have to be consistent. So for example, if you bought some oils and you use them once and then you're like, well, I don't know why my hair isn't succeeding, or why it's not promoting any extra growth. I bought the oils, but you only use them once or twice. But for anything to really work, you have to use it on a consistent basis. For example, if you have an ear infection and the doctor gave you some antibiotics and you only took it once, and they told you that you're supposed to use it for 2 weeks, you're not going to get any better if you only took it once. and you're supposed to take that antibiotics at least twice a day, and you only took it once, and you're sitting here wondering 2 weeks later, like, why is my ear still hurting? That's probably why, because you weren't taking it as you were needing to take it. So that's kind of how is that an analogy or thought of a hair journey, is that you have to be consistent, set your regimen up, and follow to it. Some people's hair grows at different rates, so if you're feeling like, okay, I've been doing this regimen for 3 months and I'm not seeing any results, maybe you just need to sit back and revise of what you're doing. Because for me, when I was on my hair journey, I didn't see any growth for 3 months. Like any real noticeable growth for 3 months, but I did see an overall change in the way my hair looked. Like within the first 3 to 4, 6 months, my hair just looked healthier, and other people were starting to notice too. Like my dad was like, wow, your hair looks really shiny and it looks really healthy, because before my hair journey was really dry. So the first 3 months, I noticed an overall change in the way my hair looked. So that happens too. Everyone's hair grows at different rates, so don't get discouraged because you're feeling like, well, I'm doing this in my hair, I'm not seeing any growth. But the more consistent you are, the more results that you see. So just keep at it. That's my, thing. And is that keeping consistent, like doing what you need to do on a regular basis for a regimen. And the other way to fail a hair journey is not having patience. Is that the same thing as being consistent? I don't know. But that's my number 3, not being patient. So, because your hair grows at different rate, I think this is kind of similar to not being consistent. So, you have to be patient on the hair journey. I've been on my hair journey for 2 years, and I didn't expect my hair to be waist length in a year. Even though some people achieve waist length in a year, but you just have to be comfortable and patient with what you're doing to your hair, and if it's working, then keep doing that. But you can't get mad that your hair isn't growing within a month, because the more impatient you get, the more likely you'll feel like you want to give up. And that's what a lot of people do. They're not very patient. Because I get even a lot of emails saying, how do I grow my hair fast? And a hair journey really isn't fast. It's more of being patient, because your hair, everyone's hair grows. It's more of being able to keep your hair so it won't break off. So some people may just be experiencing more breakage than they are seeing that it's growing out. So that's it. Being patient, having knowledge, and being consistent is how you have a successful hair journey. Not being patient and not being consistent and not having knowledge is how you fail. Because the more you know about your hair and hair products and oils and things, the better your hair will be. The more patient you are, the better care you'll take of your hair, and the more consistent you are, the better results you'll have for your hair. So that's all I can really say about that. Hopefully this was informative. If you agree, or if you had experiences with your friends who are on hair journeys and they feel like they want to give up because whatever reason, you can put that down, because I know those are one of the 3 things why people want to give up on a hair journey. Is because either they don't know enough knowledge, they're not patient, or they're not consistent. Because whatever you want to do with your hair, whatever goal, you have to be consistent, you have to be patient, you have to have knowledge. So, on your hair. So, you can put that down. Any other questions or experiences that you've had down in the bottom bar, and I'll talk to you guys later.